What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel today, and we have this very lovely floating head above the sky. I wonder who this is. Please introduce yourself for those who don't know who you are.
Hi, I'm BigEDude, but my real name is actually Eric, and a lot of times people think it's Ed, but it's not. I'm Eric. What's up?
This is Eric, not Ed, guys. Eric, not the guy from
Yeah, buddy.
No, guys, we have this is a very special moment. Like I said, I told him this before we were recording that I've been watching him for years. So this is like one of those surreal moments where you meet your celebrity and you're just like, oh my gosh, you're real. Wow.
It's true. I thank you for the very, very loose term of celebrity. That made me feel kind of special.
In many eyes, you are a huge celebrity in the YouTube world.
I'm kind of fat, so, you
know. We all have that moment.
Oh. We didn't plan this.
We just need to loosen up. But, guys, this wasn't planned also. This interview is going to be out of this world. All right, guys. Based on this might be the third video you guys are seeing. Right now I'm already going to have a series uploaded, but this will be probably the third video up. You guys can correct me in the comment section below. You can just roast me, say, hey, idiot, this is the fourth video. Why don't you know your videos? Because I'm recording these out of order, so take that.
Yeah!
Alright, so you guys know the gist. We're going to ask questions. He will answer them. If he chooses not to answer them, we're not going to go, but why? No, we're going to keep going. But most of these questions are pretty laid back, and it's just questions that I have personally, and somebody in the community has put in some. So let's just hop into it. The first question is, what was your passion before streaming or uploading to YouTube?
Well, I've always loved music. I mean, music has brought me to where I am today. You know, I've been a music teacher. This is my 24th year of music teaching. And that's what kind of brought me to YouTube. My first few videos on YouTube are actually, they were all choir warm-ups and stuff for my singing classes. And, you know, and my journey has evolved a long way along with it. So, but the love of music, you know, that's one of the things I can always remember as a young kid. Just I loved everything about music and how things worked, and then it just seems I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, which is a really beautiful feeling if you think about it, you know.
Oh, very much so. Like I started uploading. I've actually been uploading since 2011, so 9 years, but I didn't take it seriously up until I want to say 2016, 17. That's when I started getting like really into it. But I was uploading like really dumb indie games and like cover songs of me lip syncing other people's music. It got really crazy for a while, but those are all since been taken down. Not by me. YouTube was like, hey, you don't own this. Copyright.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, no. But also, cool. I don't have to worry about that. Now, since you said you were a teacher, I'm going to throw a little bit of me into this. For those of y'all who don't know or new subscribers, I was a teacher for 4 years, going on 4 years. I was a preschool teacher, and then I was a teacher at elementary for a little bit before that. So I have a love for teaching, love for children, and just things in that nature. But do you have a very fond memory of, I don't know what they call it, but a aha moment where you know you were doing the right thing? You know what you were doing, like what you were destined to do?
You know, it's kind of interesting because there's not just one. Mm-hmm. There's been a whole lot.
Oh, yeah.
And to just announce one over others would probably lessen the other experiences. It's very, very hard to say just pick one out because there literally are so many. Mm-hmm. And I just never thought of it as, you know, it's because of me that the kids did really good. I just think I'm just a conduit to help people, you know, become the best version of themselves or that sort of thing. And they give me so much undue credit. And this kind of goes along with everything, like with YouTube and everything. I just like just having fun doing what I'm doing. And, you know, it's not about me. It's about everybody, you know, it's, that's just my personality. And, there's some really cool stories. Like the really quick one is that this one dude, who basically told me he couldn't sing his way out of a paper bag. You know, eventually, you know, for the 4 years I had him, eventually went to college for theater, and now he's technical directed stuff like that's gone to Broadway and touring shows, and he credits me with like, you know, all this stuff. It's like, dude, I just went la 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 la, provided with you some information and some inspiration maybe. And you're the one that did all the work. So, you know, so that's how I feel about those things, you know, but it's nice that people think that, you know, because it's like, wow, all right, I guess I'm doing okay, you know.
I think I did something right on this path.
Yeah, you know, it feels cool, but, you know, it's not about me. It's about you, the individual, you know, that's how I feel.
That's a good outlook on it. Like a lot of people do it. There's people from both sides who are like, oh, I did this, so I should get all the credit. And there's people just like you. It's just like, oh well, I was just merely a stepping stone for this person. Like I was just here to say this in the right moment and this in the right moment that led him or her to go on to this. Yeah,
that's definitely how I feel.
So yeah, that's very modest and humbling. I mean, that's the best way that I can say that gets you from day to day. What is the greatest part? It's probably going to lead from that question, but what is the greatest part from being a part of the WWE SuperCard community?
Oh man, like the fact that people know and love my dad, even though he's been gone for 5 years, and the fact that his story on just the SuperCard stuff, it's just a crazy story. You know, like my mom had hip surgery, and she asked, because I live about a half hour from my mom and dad, their house, the house that I grew up in. And she said, hey, you know, it should be 5 days, you know, bring your camera or whatever so you can make your videos, blah, blah, blah. Well, it turned out to be like 11 days because she had some complications, but I showed my dad what I was doing, how to play this. And then I left, and he was playing, you know, he learned how to record on his own, learned how to upload it, because back then I think I was using Action recording software. Pretty sure I was. And one of the things it would do is like it would just automatically publish to YouTube, which was cool. And so I showed him how to do it, and I didn't think he was going to make his own videos. But he started making, you know, first on Soul Hunters, which I think might even still exist still. And then SuperCard, because he didn't watch wrestling. He liked to play the game. He thought it was fun, you know, and the rest is history, you know. It just, but nothing makes me more happier and proud that, for some reason, me playing this game got a 72-year-old man to like learn how to play the game and make his own videos and just, you know, reach a whole lot of people from all over the world, which is, you know, still such an honor. And I'm so proud of my dad because it just was so cool. The conversations that we have back when I used to get fan mail in season 1 and 2, it would be from all over the world. And he had talked to, he was a big ham radio operator. So he had talked to like over 300 countries all over the world. So that's what he was fascinated with, is that it's not just, you know, people playing on their phone. It's like you're connected to all the world. And the fact that even, like right over
all this.
And the fact that even for those people that weren't even playing the game, his channel is still up and they just see, it's like, wow, I can see what you're talking about. This guy's kind of just talking about and playing a game and having fun, and he was very relatable. He was always relatable to everybody, and the fact that people know my dad from this game it means the world.
He
right under.
he broke into the scene and made it like
Yeah.
A lot of people were like I said in the beginning of this, were our internet personalities, but that was just him.
Yeah.
He wasn't the internet. He was just, hey, well, yeah. Hey, how you doing, guys? And it was like,
Real.
This is real. I like this. Must watch. That's how simple it is. Be yourself, and the people just come to you.
Really that simple.
And the community, definitely 100% community, people still will. I've seen people tweet at you saying, hey, on the anniversary of, and like, hey, like, we're sorry, we still love you and all this. And I'm just like, this is amazing. Like, and all that, I want to say, it's weird because, like, you can say, oh, hey, this derived from a video game or from a social media platform. But yes, that's like where it came from. But what is the common denominator for both of those? It's the person. The person is what drives that home and brings people around and keeps them coming back. So, SuperCard community, you did really well on that. People all over the world.
Yes, thank you so much, SCCom.
It's amazing.
SC community.
All right, this is another one of those type personal questions, but who has been your role model in life? You don't have to limit it to one. It can be like, okay, hey, I saw this, or I read about this, or this action made me want to be better.
You know, that's a weird situation. Like, I don't know, you know, like there's not one person that I can credit, you know, the things that make me and the things that I strive to be. I think it's always been a kind of an individual path. I've always admired popular musicians, composers, you know, good political leaders and that sort of stuff, people that did good stuff for people and humanity. Mm-hmm. But there's not one unifying person that I can answer that to. You know, there's a lot of people that would say this or one person or that person, but there's just, you know, throughout the course of my life, there's just so many, you know, like growing up, some of it might've been a little bit of Jesus, because I was a good Christian Catholic boy.
He was a good boy.
And today I don't know what I would even classify myself as. So I don't. But there's a lot of things, a lot of people whose individual contributions have also contributed to me. Mm-hmm. But it seems more in the sciences and the music and the arts and the good stuff. I don't know. There's just so many people that have influenced me in a positive way that I can't pinpoint one. You know what I mean?
Just cumulated into one.
Yeah. Like for me, this question is probably going to be the hardest question in the whole thing, because I don't really think that I have a whole lot of role models. Mm-hmm. When as far as like full on blown role model, like this person I credit this person I mean this guy did that. I just don't have that, you know.
No, hey. I for people who watch my channel, they 100% know that I'm a WWE SuperCard content creator as of now, and that's what I'm focusing on, and I've changed all my stuff. But always I've said it in a lot of my videos and streams that there will always be a spot for the King of Pop on my channel. Yeah. Always. I have Michael. My camera, there's Michael all around my room. I have a little figurine here. Like he has been. Outside of controversy and stuff, like I don't weigh in on the controversy because hey, I don't know, he could do this. I wasn't there, but I go based on what I'm seeing. Humanitarian, great music, how he carried himself. That's how I wanted to like grow from what I was 6, and I'm 20, going to be 28 now. So that's over 20 something years where this guy has influenced my life, and even in passing, I listen to him every day. It's just not a time. Like he is the epitome of like what I want to be, like perfectionist. Never like something is never good enough. Like even if I edit this video to like win an Academy Award or something, I'm just like, there's something I could have done better, or could have asked this question a little differently, or stop with the hand motions. That's what. For me personally, I jumped in and gave my own answer on that question, but
no, that's fine. It's funny how you say like the perfectionist stuff. You know, I've done a lot. We used to show This Is It for as part of our curriculum. Not because I teach 7th and 8th grade junior high kids, and because what we would do is talk about, it's not just the performer. Let's look at all of these other things. We would talk about careers in music and that sort of stuff. It's not just performer. There's literally hundreds of people that were a part of that thing, and those concerts never happened, which is why I think last year was the first year we didn't watch it. We watched it for almost 10 years. Oh, wow. Which is crazy.
Yeah, still think 10 years. Wow. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. I'm going to get emotional.
It's okay.
All right.
I'm here for you, buddy.
All right. This one's about SuperCard and the game itself. If you could develop your very own game mode, what would it be and what would it be called?
Oh, it would be... I had this. It would be it would be kind of like a battle royale. It would be a battle royale where you would have 16 or 32 people, and it's a set amount of time, and you basically fight 15 people 3 times or whatever. Kind of like first season 1 King of the Rings, except you have you get to fight as many times, and it's over in an hour. And then the person that has the best record wins. And you could even do like a type of ladder thing where you start with, just and the more you go up, the better your ranking would go. But like something where it's faster, it's
God, we need faster,
competitive, and there's high replay value that you enjoy. So it would be a battle royale with 16 to 32 people. You could do it live and then like have, as many wins you can get in 15 minutes, and then it's over. Or 15 minutes and then it cuts to an elimination thing. Or who knows? I mean, it's probably never going to happen, so it doesn't matter.
Hey, in the world of 2020, going into 2021, Battle Royale is like a really huge thing. Hey, it could happen. It could happen. Yeah. Now, what would you call that mode, though? Would it just be called Battle Royale?
I would call it Battle Royale.
How original, guys.
I know. Well, it would have to be like, you can't call it Royal Rumble because there already is a Royal Rumble mode. But the Battle Royale, something where it's like, it's kind of like the Fortnite type of thing, where you have.
Since they have the Royal Rumble and they have the greatest Royal Rumble, they could just say, "Oh, we have the greatest,
most amazing ever!" Holy cow! Yeah.
Just add a word to it. We have the Royal Rumble and the awesome Royal Rumble or Super Royal
Rumble. Like something where it's you got to get this many points, and it could be like a golf cutoff, like. Let's say you have 100 people playing, like all the other Battle Royale games, or 60 if it's like fall. You have a certain number, all right? And then you have a cutoff after a 10-minute period. The people, it's like the top 50 points stay. And then just cut off until you get one or something. I don't know.
Hey, I like it.
It's something, but who knows?
SuperCard, do it.
Yeah. They know me. Maybe. Yeah, they do.
Yes, they definitely do. All right. So this is going to be another SuperCard related question, but this is only your opinion. 2 people. I want 2 names in the WWE SuperCard community who you think is underrated. Be it a social media person who does custom cards or a content creator, but somebody in the SuperCard community who you think is underrated.
The problem with this one is like there's so many great content creators, so many great custom card people, so many great people that know how to dig in and find out the information early. So many great people with graphics, so many great people. I mean, there's so many people that are underrated. I can't choose one or two. There's like so many newer people that are doing some amazing stuff, and that's why I always say that on my streams, like, hey, make sure you're following the SuperCard, game or whatever, because there's a lot of people that stream or might start streaming, and there's so many cool content creators out there. Back in season 1 and 2, I used to do like a contest, like where it's like, hey, make a video on SuperCard, and then I'll be shouting out 10 people, but I will watch, subscribe, and comment on your videos. This is back when I had a much better balance of time. And I mean, there's so many people that do like 100 times better stuff than I do, and that's what I wanted to showcase. Like there's just so many people that are underrated. There's just so many.
I could very much agree. But we're gonna go back to that little time management thing, because with your time, there is a series that you used to do that took a little break. I don't know if it'll come back, but are we going to be getting Suggestion Sundays back?
Oh my God, you did do your homework.
I was a fan of that.
I think the last one was probably in 2015. I don't know. I literally haven't thought about it in years. But I always like to see what other people are doing, and see what other games are out there.
Can I steal that idea from you?
It's not even mine. Just take it.
Because once I watched that, and I watched a few of them, and I was like, this is really cool. I really like this. So I was like, I'm trying to take that.
It was a lot of fun. Some of the games I played, I had a good time with them. For a while. I don't think I'm playing anything that's still from back in that time period. But I mean, on the internet, 5 years of gaming is especially mobile stuff. It's eons ago. So. The fact that we're in season 7 on SuperCard is unbelievably amazing and ridiculous and cool.
I personally didn't think it would go that far.
I didn't think it was going to last more than 2 years.
Yeah, same here.
That was from the beginning. I was like, hey, I'm having fun, and people seem to be watching this and really enjoying what I'm doing. So let's just keep on going, I mean,
we're going to do one more of your old previous content that could make a return. Are we going to be getting any more revoiced trailers?
Oh man, those were fun as heck, dude. The problem with those is they all got copyrighted. And even the ones I think it might have been on a different channel, where I did it. I did a whole ton of them again about 2 years ago, I want to say. It was, was it last year? It might have been last year. It was whenever, the Unicorn store, and yeah, it was before last summer. It was summer 2019. I basically took all these things that were coming out, like Godzilla 2, all these other things. They're not, and every single one of them got demonetized and... luckily not copyright strikes, because those are annoying, but
those are very bad.
If I were to do any of those things, it would have to be just a labor of love, knowing that I would never see any good stuff come out of it as far as like financial gain. But sometimes, I mean, if you want, they're very creative, and it's just, that's what I liked about it. I watch a trailer, and then I would just be like, all right, so now I just go into movie guy voice, and here we go. Let's just make something goofy up. It takes up like 5 times. It's not scripted, and the most I ever did one trailer, I think, would be 3 times because I didn't get that was the old Twilight one, because I wanted to.
Oh, that's the one I was going to bring up.
I loved that.
I'm sad.
I got a letter. I'm sad.
Yep.
Yeah,
I watched
that was so much fun. But it wasn't because of, and everything I did each time was different. It was the syncing between what I saw and the timing of it, because I was using I think it was still Power Director, Cyberlink Power Director, and it was the voiceover feature. And there was something with the sync issues, like the first 2 times I recorded it. So, and some things, the letter, it was always kind of there, but it was not what you heard in the last one. That was by far the best one, because I wasn't singing in the other ones. But when
it got to Charlie, and he was like, "Oh, sad," and it cut to the mom being happy, and he was like, "I'm happy I got the letter." I was like, switched up so seamlessly, all 3 of them. I really like that.
Yeah,
I personally would like to see these make a return. I know YouTube and the new guidelines and stuff, it's very difficult, but I thought they were entertaining.
It would be fun if something like that could return to a different format. Like that would be kind of cool for TikTok, maybe.
Yeah.
Except most trailers are like, a minute and a half or 2 minutes long, 2.5 minutes. But you could always part two that,
Yeah, just keep it
but something that, or a different, who knows. But YouTube is not
its
going
own
to
little
be
monster
friendly with that. Yeah.
All right, we're going to move on, guys. When you're having a good day, you're just feeling really good, and your day went without a hinge, which is very hard to do nowadays. What is a good meal to finish off that day?
Literally anything.
Anything?
I love food. Mac and cheese is great. Taco Bell is great. Lots of other great. Pizza is great.
I'm sad that here we don't have Taco Bell.
Oh, why?
I'm in Germany and they don't have that.
I know. I was just saying. I just
also,
assumed you were Taco Bell in Germany.
We're gonna skew off the script a little bit, but anytime I'm here in Germany and we go somewhere and we see like Mexican restaurant and I'm like, I don't trust you. I don't trust you at all. Or I'll see something like burrito and it's like a small taco and I'm like, I'm from Texas. Like, I know what a burrito in a Mexican restaurant is.
This is not right.
That's always on my head every time I think taco or something here, and I'm like, we don't have that. I'm sorry, guys.
You guys got Whataburger though.
Not here.
Sorry.
But I
had it once in Austin, and I was like, oh, this is what everybody from Texas is always talking about. Pretty cool.
I'll miss spicy ketchup from there. Oh, I miss their spicy ketchup.
Yeah.
See.
Sorry, buddy.
All right. So, do you have any secret talents? We all know you can sing. We all know you can compose your own stuff. But do you have anything that is a secret talent?
Well, I mean, it's not really a secret that, like, a lot of the stuff that I've written is completely improvised. Whereas people may think it's actually planned out, and I want them to think that, but I totally made it up off the top of my head, and guitar or piano. My gift of improvisation is pretty good, but I think a lot of people know about that, but they forget about it, which is good because people that tend to improvise really well in the music world, I think, get a lot of either not respect or just seem like an afterthought, you know. And like for example, Wayne Brady.
I love Wayne Brady.
Like anybody that was on Whose Line Is It Anyways, but Wayne Brady, especially for the Let's Make a Deal, his stuff there. I don't know if they make up songs all the time, and therefore it's and Jack Black had that a little bit. Even though those songs that you have that Jack Black's done, and written and all those things, those are designed to sound like they're improvisation, but they're not. Especially like the School of Rock stuff, which some of it was a little bit, but most of it not at all. Which I'm like the reverse. I'm making stuff up, but I want you to think that I actually spent a lot of time on it, so that it means that maybe in your mind it gets that little bit more respect level. Because there's some people that just think like some of the greatest musicians in the world, the jazz greats. They improvised everything, and in today's age, you don't really have a whole lot of mainstream people like vocal jazz or jazz instrumentalists that really gander the respect of as a whole of like everybody. Like let's say just off the top of my head, like Ariana Grande or somebody like. Megan Thee Stallion, somebody that has done pop music, but still very talented people, both of those two. But it's a different level of respect, and it's just not common knowledge to the younger people, in my opinion.
Everything. This, like I said, this is for people to get to know you and how you feel about things. And also on the Megan Thee Stallion part, I can honestly say I have not heard one of her songs yet.
Yeah.
I know of her, but if you put a song in front of me and go, that's Megan Thee Stallion, I'm like,
number one, she's a savage. I'm surprised you don't know that one. That was like one of the things that got me through the pandemic. That song, like the March April. March April is really when we're talking about pandemic, like for real. I'm
way out of loop with her. But some people like somebody say she was like TikTok famous and all this other stuff. And I was like,
I think TikTok really blew her career up in a good way.
Oh yeah. I've seen like interviews. Like I said, I've seen interviews with her, but I still don't like I said, musically wise, no clue who you are. But interview, I know who you are. I've just never heard your music, so which is kind of weird. Yeah. They're talking about an interview. I'm like, oh yeah, that song. Huh?
And the fact that some of the other things have blown up on TikTok as well, from her music, it's just cool, And it's funny. I like having like my music on TikTok, and who knows, maybe something will blow up just because it was on TikTok, and somebody will, use it, and then a bunch of other people use it, and then hey, cool,
In this world of technology, one song can be really bad and just completely blow up, or really amazing, and everybody's like, "This is the greatest," and worldwide phenomenon the next day. Where did you get the name BigEDude from?
Oh God, I love this story. Okay, so first off, it is not in regards to our current Intercontinental Champion, Biggie Langston, or Ator, or whatever his actual first name. I don't know how to say it.
I can't. I can't do it.
I love him though. First off, this brings us all the way back to 1992, when I was a freshman in college. Yes, I'm old. You were like
I was -1.
-1. Oh my God. Well, anyways, freshman orientation. As freshman orientation, I went to the Crane School of Music at SUNY Potsdam. This was and back then, all of the music people had a special orientation, and that year there was 5 of us named Eric. And we were some of us thought that was cool, and and we were just walking, like 3 of us were walking around, and then somebody goes, "Hey, Eric," and then literally 3 people turn around, and the person got it, somebody else got it, and so it's like, wait, there's Eric, and then people started doing it on purpose, like like an hour later, and this dude, his name's Brian. And I'm still friends with him to this day. It's like, dear God, almost 30 years later. And so he goes, you're big. You be Big E. I was like, all right, sounds good to me. And then there was like a Hair E who had really funky hair. There was a Little E who didn't really like being called Little E. But he was not very big, But anyways, that's the first part of the story. And basically the BigEDude is a greeting to me if you haven't seen me in a little bit. BigEDude, what's going on? How you been? And so when I made my first email address in 1995, BigEDude at AOL.com is still there. Still use it rarely, but it's mostly spam crap, But I've been BigEDude for 25 plus years, if you think about it, and then I wanted to be BigEDude on YouTube because I've been BigEDude everywhere else. But some dude in Spain that never made a YouTube video ever had the name BigEDude. Oh. So when I started YouTube, I guess how old I was. I was 33. Okay, it was really poorly named because this was my first. I started YouTube in 2007, and my birthday is December 21st, so I was going to be 34 very, very shortly thereafter, so which I didn't really think about. But the 33, it was like the same number twice. The connotations with music and the LP 33 revolutions a minute. I was like, this is all right. I just not worry about it, and the rest is, as they say, history. But BigEDude is a greeting saying hi to me from afar and calling me dude.
Hey, that's a very interesting.
It's pretty neat, yeah.
I got my name from Big Jim Gene, like back when I first came up with the idea, it's still in my head because every time like I say my name or somebody says my name to me, his comment comes in my mind. He's always like, "Oh, Big Jim Gene, that's a nice porn name," and I'm like, "Oh, that's not. No, it's not what it's meant for." I as you say, I'm big. I've always been one of the biggest people in my class, 6'1" since like I was 17.
Yeah,
I was a big boy, and so I got the big from there. And Jim is just from I am a sucker for Slim Jims. Put a Slim Jim in front of me, it's gone. It's done. Monster size, spicy, Tabasco, put it in front of me, it's gone.
Step to a Slim Jim.
Ooh, yeah. And then I was like, all right, I'm Big Jim, and my name's Gene. Boom!
There it is.
And it just became like this, like once I was, like I would do an intro way back in the day. I'm like, oh, hi, I'm Big Jim Gene. And some people were just like, oh, hey, Jimmy. And I'm just like, no, the name's at the end. Like,
you know, it's kind of like the same thing BigEDude is like, oh, hey, Ed, what's up? It's like, no, it's Eric, but thanks.
But good try.
You know? Thanks for caring a lot. You know, this much.
It's just
that's really funny.
A little bit of attention. Just
maybe it's just the big thing. Yeah. You know, because both of our names start with big. You know, I mean, and that just blows everybody else's mind. It's like, what? Yeah.
That can't be right.
Wait, your name's not Ed, is it Dude? Yeah. Hey, dude. I don't know.
Bruh. All right. What is your favorite season of WWE SuperCard?
You know, like I've answered this a bunch of times, and my answer's never the same. You know, the main real answer is season 1.
That's what jump started it.
And season 2, and it's not about that. It's because I got to play with Dad. You know, I mean, really, that's the. But if you look back at what season 1 had, it's kind of neat and interesting. If you look at NBA SuperCard right now, it's kind of like how season 1 was. There was like exhibition, and that was it. And then King of the Ring or the season, you know, for that. Mm-hmm. That was all you could do for the first few months of the game, and then they added the People's Champion Challenge and the Road to Glory and that sort of stuff. But at the beginning, there was not much to do, and now there's so much to do. You just
even though most people don't want to do most of the new things, but
yeah. But you know, it was season 1 and 2, the beginning of 2, obviously, mostly because of just the experiences I got to share with Dad, and season 1 was new for everybody, and that was just an exciting time, a really exciting time. But the real answer is whatever is the current season that I'm in, because I love the game still. I want the game to keep on being fun. I want the game to keep on reaching out to new players. I want the game to keep on being able to have a real good balance for free to play or low spenders, as well as those that want to just keep the game going and pouring the money in. Because both of those, if you have a healthy equilibrium where the big spenders are happy and the free-to-play, low-to-spend people are happy, then the game just keeps on, you know, going, and, you know, maybe we get 10-plus seasons out of this, which could happen, you know?
Definitely.
I mean, they're making a lot of money off of this stuff, so.
Especially with people who strictly do, like, pack openings for videos, they're making a nice little chunk of change off them, because that's their content. Like, people like, well, of course, some people will make that money back, but that's continuous money output. Like, okay, hey, if you think about, like, there's millions of downloads for this game, you think of like a 1% of that, you're getting, jeez, can't even think about how much. But yeah, that's another thing that people need to realize is that, hey, yes, there's big spenders in the game, and there are free to play, And there does need to be that balance. But they're kind of getting to that balance now with the fusions. They're doing a lot more fusions, which is, thank you. Give me a chance. Give me a chance of getting in the card. I haven't got any. But give me a chance. That's all I need.
Right.
But I agree with season 1 was the best because that's what jump-started all this, in my own opinion. And as we're talking, I'm actually charging up for King of the Ring because I don't want to lose.
That's funny.
But this is going to piggyback off another answer that you gave about Jack Black. I already had a question planned because in my head, I connected this and I would really want to see this. If you could be the third member of Tenacious D, would you join that and make that happen?
Yeah, dude. I would play cowbell the whole time. And I would just
cowbell.
Repeat like things that I would harmonize. I would repeat the things they said just for like something stupid and funny. I would play cowbell. Or whatever the heck. Or invisible cowbell, just to make it look like I was playing the cowbell.
Just do anything.
Jack and Kyle are awesome musicians, and even if it was just 1 hour to talk and hang out with me, because it's funny on the Jack Black stuff. So many people have said, hey, you're kind of like that School of Rock teacher. It's like, yeah, I know. It's kind of like when I watched that, it's like, I wasn't like a hardcore alcoholic or anything, or that sort of stuff. But a lot of those goofy songs and the personality is kind of what it's a lot like me. So just naturally, I'm not trying to be anybody. I'm just being authentic to myself, which is a pretty goofy, strange, weird, fun individual.
The best of the best.
I love the noise, but I also love the quiet too. I like the balance, But it would be cool in a good situation, not like Jack Black, you're so cool, but on a cool meeting. That would be awesome.
A little jam session.
Yeah,
just a little jam session.
Just anything,
biscuits.
That's symbiotic and fun and making something out of whatever. So it would be cool.
In my head, that's what I was like. Okay, I know he loves music, and then every time I hear you like start a song or something, I'm just like, man, I just get the Jack Black vibe. Like, I'm not saying I'm trying to compare you to him, but that's just like
you're not the first person to put that and that 2 and 2 together.
If you see them now, Kyle Gass is just all salt. Jack has a little bit of pepper, so you can be the nice blend of salt and pepper. You can bring them together.
The salt and pepper's here.
Let's do it.
Ooh, baby. The baby. Yeah, Jack's actually, he's got a huge following on TikTok, which is, just shows how different things will come and go. And, and things will evolve and you can build new followings where you didn't even know this thing was a big deal. Which is kind of funny.
I'm still watching him on YouTube in his Jablinski games.
Yeah.
I still love watching that. All right. We're going to move on, but we're still going to talk about a little bit of film. What is your opinion of the greatest movie? And I don't want to hear, there's so many of them. No, I want a definitive answer.
This one I have an actual answer for. It is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the 1971 version.
Thank you for clarifying. I was like, please don't tell me the new one.
Not the Johnny Depp one. Although there are some neat things about that.
I love Gene. Oh.
The Gene Wilder.
I love him.
Tremendous actor. Maybe you were named after him. Maybe you weren't.
I was named after... we're going to save that.
Somebody else. Okay.
But I wish it was Gene Wilder.
A different Gene.
Yeah.
Gene Simmons. Kiss.
No, but that was a very big, growing up thing. And that also, my last name being Longoria, everywhere I went, it was like, are you related to Eva Longoria? And I'm like,
right?
Does it look like I'm related to her? I'm in a broke school. I'm in a poor neighborhood. I obviously don't. If I did, I would be like, this is too bad for me. I need to get out of here.
That's funny. Or Mean Gene Okerlund, or...
That's the one I was hoping for. I would like Mean Gene. Oh man.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace. But why Willy Wonka?
All right. Well, it tells a story of a kid that doesn't have anything, but hope, and the world tries to change the kid, like Slugworth, Grandpa Joe, even at the end. Everybody tries to change the kid, and at the end, he gives back the everlasting gobstopper, and then even Willy Wonka says, such a wonderful deed in such a weary world. It just shows the hope of the future in a kid, and it's a musical, which is another big thing. Except I hate "Cheer Up, Charlie," the song that Mom sings in the laundromat that she works. I can't stand that song. I hate it. But
big no.
Sometimes in life you got to take the not as good with the awesome. Really, and there's a lot of, that's just my favorite movie of all time. And I saw it with my mom, I want to say Columbus Day weekend, or maybe it's Thanksgiving weekend, somewhere in there recently in the last couple of years, where it was just on, and it was just so cool. And it's still holds up. The visual awesomeness, it's what I remembered as a kid. It's like, I don't know, it's perfect for me. To show that you can grow up, but you don't have to grow in your heart as far as like grow old and icky and fuddy-duddy, and you can still be a magical, awesome person till the day you are not alive anymore. That's kind of what I get from, that's what that movie feels like to me.
Oh yeah.
Both from the Charlie Bucket and the Willy Wonka viewage points.
Did you know that the scene where he and Charlie were in his office and he turns and like lets loose on him, that was unscripted?
No.
Yeah, and the child who plays Charlie his reaction was genuine. He was actually scared because he didn't know it was going to happen, that Gene was going to do that, and they kept it in the movie. He
was a veterinarian where the town my dad grew up in.
I did not know that.
In Lowville, New York, yes.
All around.
He's not anymore, though, I don't believe, because, he's like 70 or old or 80. But, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice to know. All right, we're going to piggyback off that one with TV series.
TV series. Okay. Oh, you want to know my favorite TV series? Oh God, I absolutely loved season 1 of Heroes. I absolutely loved it, and even though seasons 2, 3, and whatever and 4-ish, 5, and the reboot, even though those were nothing in comparison, I still love Heroes so much. And
wait, you like Hero or Heroes?
Heroes.
I was like, Hero?
It's so much. So, like, I have a 2009 Nissan Versa because I first heard of the Nissan Versa when Hero and what's his face are going to rent a car, and I still have it 12 years later. Loved Heroes.
Impressions lasting.
And it's actually funny because it's been in the public view recently because the character that played DL was basically kind of run off the show after one season, and there might have been a lot of racial undertones and microaggressions and that sort of stuff. Yep. Just brings a whole new light to stuff. But I loved the character arcs in season 1, and it's still Still love Heroes. You know.
Still,
you know, I love. There's a lot of other shows. You know that early, the end of 2005 to 2010 that you had Lost as well. Loved Lost. 24 was cool. And I got into that because of people I taught with, because they were all into it. And I binged watched 5 seasons of 24 in like a week, and I dreamt like I was interrogating my dog, like, who are you working for? You know, and it was really cool. Like that end of the 2000s, like 05 to 10, was a really big watching television and stuff time for me.
Oh,
yeah.
See, I've never watched 24, but for me, my personal favorites is Heroes, Lost. I don't know if you ever watched Alphas.
Oh, I love Alphas.
I loved Alphas.
That was really cool, and I saw it a little bit after.
Yeah, and huge cliffhanger.
So good.
Huge cliffhanger, and then gets canceled. Why? Why, people? Why do you do such a thing? That is a huge. And
that was. Yeah, because it was only the 2 seasons, right?
Yep. And it ended on such a what happened? What's going on?
What happens?
And then
the dude, was it Charlie? Was that his name? The guy that could see the waves and stuff?
Yeah, the autistic. I can't remember his name now.
I can't remember.
But yeah,
straight hair.
Last one standing.
He was in that. He was really good as like the main guy. You know,
it has such a great concept too. Like such a great concept for a TV show, and then just nothing. Oh.
But that's the problem with anything that, like, this was my family and my, like, thing. If I end up liking it, it's probably going to get canceled. So there were some shows that I knew I would probably like, but I would wait to see if they got to a second season, and then I would start watching it. You know, like, I have to, in the next couple of days, I have to watch all of Cobra Kai season 1 and 2, because I know season 3 is coming out. On New Year's, because they moved it up a week. You know, but that's funny. Yeah, most people like Heroes. They're like, there were people that loved it, and then there were people that loved it and then said, "No, I can't watch this crap anymore." Like, especially season 3, when it got to season 3, after the writer's strike had really screwed up 2008 and everything.
Rude.
You know, because there was like offshoots, and I loved the web based, you know, the comics that were on the NBC. That was so cool. It provided more depth to the characters.
Yep.
I absolutely loved Heroes. Absolutely loved it.
It's a great show. And I think if they would have kept the same writers and everything that they had going from season 1, that would have been probably one of the world's greatest shows, instead of just world's greatest season.
Yeah, I mean,
it would have been amazing, and this whole reboot thing would have been totally different. And it did, to me, the reboot was just like, hey, this is here, you can watch it. If you haven't seen the original, you're okay. But, man,
I liked it enough for you know, closure on some things for the characters. But now I like they teased a little bit at the end. I was like, dude, this is done.
See, also, know? I never finished it. I never finished the reboot season. I never got
it. It is worth when you figure out how things are gonna go and how it works out. It is worth the season.
Yeah.
It is worth the finale, and everything is worth all the other stuff that happened.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to sit down and watch that now.
Like the whole penny guy, you know, the guy with the pennies. That's a great.
Oh yes.
How that plays out is really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's all I can say. What year was that?
That was 2015, I think it was.
15?
When
I want to say I thought Dad was still around. That's how I think. It's like something before Dad or after Dad.
I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, 2015 was when it came out.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, yes, it was.
I'll look it up later. You know, I do that all the time.
we're gonna be like, oh, what is this? Is this bothering me? All right, we're getting real close to the end, but
okay.
I have a few more questions. This is another one personal. What is your dream vacation?
Going to VidCon,
which you have already done
10 times.
That's I didn't do it
last summer though. Yeah, honestly, I love VidCon because you find, it's always like a measuring stick of the balance between me being a creator and me being a fan of other creators, or finding out how digital space works for people that are not quite as young as other people, you know. And it's, but I love my buddies Johnny Ridlin and Alex, young Gary Oak. I love those guys so much, and it's the only time I get to see them, and I didn't get to see them this year, and that sucked. And a Skype call just doesn't count, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the same.
But those two guys, and we're all from hugely different backgrounds. We met through a live streaming site called Blog TV, which would eventually get bought out by YouNow, which still exists. And that was like, my first streams were at the end of 2008, like literally right around this time period. I think it was New Year's Eve. I think it was the 30th of 2008. Like literally almost 12 years ago was my first live broadcast. And it was just fun. And there was just a huge different time period. I was a lot different person then. Some of the things that I used to do on camera, I would never do now.
Just like, I said that or I did that,
including. But the best part is that none of that footage exists anymore.
Oh,
so there is a very, very little bit of stuff if you look for it, but it's very difficult to find, and it's not under my channel. So yeah,
it can be done.
Oh, it can be done, but.
But no, I've never been to VidCon, but one of my goals was this year since I moved here, but due to COVID, that was a no-no. Here in Germany, Gamescom is held, and I wanted to go to that. It's in Cologne, and I really wanted to go to that because I'm a huge gamer. I love playing Xbox. Yeah. I love PC. I just love gaming in general. That was one thing I told my wife, hey, when we first started dating, and I've been married to her for 5 years now, saying, hey,
yay,
I'm never going to stop gaming. No, it's just not me to stop.
Yeah.
Like, I'll take a break saying, oh, I don't want to play games today. But I'll probably end up playing games in like 5 minutes after saying that. But, like, gaming is just, it's my release, my hobby, my pastime. It's just in me. That's my thing.
I love to play games, and I like to make funny songs. You know?
And I love to listen to funny songs.
Well, thank you.
So you complete our circle.
That is awesome.
I'm glad you said that because this goes into the next question. What is your, again, this might be like a vast majority of them, but what is your favorite thing to sing about?
Literally anything.
Yep.
But honestly, it doesn't matter. I'm a very big food enthusiast. I eat a lot. I enjoy eating, and when you write songs about food, that's just fun. And I have a whole album that is entirely songs about food. You know, I mean, it just kind of goes like, hey, I like this food. Why don't I write a song about it? Or it's like, hey, somebody give me something to write. Give me something about this. Oh, that's a food. You know, then.
Aside from his food songs, guys, he also has this really electrifying song about having a shoe on your head.
My God. That song, the Shoe on Head song, which is not released on it's still on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And that was actually on that Blog TV site. Some dude said, hey, like they were kind of trolling, you know, that might have been when 4chan was big on there, but it's like, shoe on head, do the shoe on head song. So I put a shoe on my head, and they thought it was cool. Hi, person.
That's wifey.
What happened?
That's my wife.
Oh, hi. She's
All
gone.
Yeah.
I know, because you're not looking at it.
I'm just like, well,
I know how that works.
Was a nice conclusion. That was it. I've gone through all my questions.
Yeah, buddy. That's pretty cool, man.
This was a very nice experience. Like I said, I'm as I do for all my.
It was out of this world. Get it? Yeah, buddy.
I'm probably going to use this background for all of them going forward now.
It's pretty cool, man. I just went with it.
All right. So, 1 minute on the clock. You have 1 minute to self-promote or do anything that you would like, starting now.
Hey, my name is BigEDude, and I have a minute to talk about all the good stuff about me if I wanted to. But you know what? You can find all my stuff everywhere. I like music. I make goofy songs. If you need a laugh or just to take a break from whatever, go check out BigEDude on Spotify or iTunes or wherever you listen to music. I got the YouTube channel. It's SuperCard and lots of other fun stuff with music and blah, 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 blah. Make sure you follow a lot of cool people that are not me, because I'm just one dude, and you are going to find out what you like and what you don't like anyway. But I'm having fun being an idiot on the internet and being a cool person to maybe know in life. So that's me.
And good job. 52 seconds.
There we go. I was hoping for 45, but not.
Gotta beat the record. But no, that's it, guys. Like he said, his Spotify and everything will be linked down in the description below. So go subscribe, follow everything that you can to support BigEDude, and just do the best you can. I personally want to thank you, Bacon.
What, son? What?
I love it.
There it is.
I personally want to thank you for coming onto the channel.
Hey, thanks for inviting me, man. I appreciate it a lot.
Honestly, when I sent you that email, I was like, he's just gonna disregard this, and I'm just low.
Like, when do you want to do it? I'm like, what? Interested? Hooray!
But yes, like in the past, I want to say year, and me uploading SuperCard, I've gone from, it was about 200 subscribers up to now currently at 1,115.
That's wicked good.
Yeah, in the past year. So that's shout out to everybody who's helped me do this, and this wouldn't have been possible without just effort and your great content. You were one of the people who was like, okay, he's himself. I can be myself and do this. Let's do it.
It's really all just about being authentic, you know, for me. You know, if there's sometimes I might not make a video for a bit, especially this year, 2020, very, very challenging year for me personally, because of the things that I do with the teaching that I can't do, and other stuff that I don't know how to do in the virtual format. Just trying to make the best out of every day. And some days you're just mentally drained, and I don't want to do any of the other stuff that, you know, the YouTube stuff is fun release, you know, creative fun release, you know, it's like performance art or something, you know, almost. But yeah, but if you're true to yourself and the vision that you have for yourself, people will see it. You know, people will know when you're full of poo-poo, or if you're fake, or if you're not quite as genuine as you normally are. You know what I mean?
They'll pick up.
People see through stuff. You know, so just being the best version of yourself always wins. You know. Always wins.
Well, you heard it from Eric himself, BigEDude. Again, thank you for coming in. It's an amazing thing.
Well, thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah, buddy!